Welcome to Phantom X Design, and in this video I'm going to be making what I call a micro blast gate for my dust collection system in my ongoing project I call the Cyclone Workbench, where I have an integrated 4-inch dust collection system directly into the workbench. Now this blast gate is going to help control airflow, so when I want to use this section of the dust collection system when I'm cross-cutting sheet goods on my bench top, I can allow the air to come in and vacuum out all the sawdust. So come on along and check out the project. So the blast gate's going to be approximately 4 inches by 4 inches square, and I'm going to be making the outer shell out of MDF because it's very smooth. And for the slide action to control the air, I'm going to be using some polycarbonate. I have a bunch of leftover polycarbonate for some projects. And again, this blast gate's going to help control airflow for this segment of the dust collection system. You can see in the right hand lower corner, it's coming off some black ABS pipe. It's going to control the airflow from the 4-inch chrome pipe to the black pipe. And I'm just measuring out the pieces of MDF that are going to be used to sandwich a piece of polycarbonate. Next I head over to the bandsaw and cut out the pieces of MDF. Again, they're like 4 inches by 4 inches square. It's going to allow plenty of room for the 2 1/4 inch pipe as well as a border for the slide action. I'll show more about that later. Next, we're going to go ahead and cut the pieces of polycarbonate on the bandsaw. I like to use Lexan polycarbonate, and you can really pick it up at all the big box stores. It's super durable, easy to cut, it won't shatter or anything like that. After I cut out the 2 pieces of MDF and the pieces of polycarbonate, just kind of laying everything out here to see how it's going to operate. Now, if I just cut out 2 pieces of MDF and a piece of polycarbonate as a slide and you sandwich them together, it'd be way too tight to slide back and forth. So as you can see, I made an internal border with some other pieces of polycarbonate, so that's the exact same height as the main slide, so it's going to slide nice and easy back and forth. And then next we're going to cut 2 holes in the MDF. Before I cut a hole to accommodate the 2 1/4 inch ABS pipe, I need to find the center of each piece, and that's pretty easy. All you do is draw a line from corner to corner, get your center spot, then head over to the drill press and cut a hole. Next I head over to the drill press, and I'm using a 2 1/4 inch hole saw bit, and I have both pieces of MDF stacked on each other to ensure a precise cut in both pieces, and also have a backer piece underneath as well, so it's a clean cut all the way through. And I'm kind of leaning my dust collection hose there. I don't have the full dust collection system operable in each workstation. Again, it's an ongoing project with the Cyclone Workbench, so you can see some of the dust being sucked into the Now I'm just laying everything out, dry fitting it to ensure everything's lined up correctly, and getting ready to cut the handles for the pull slide. Now comes the fun part, just going to seal everything together. I love using the OSI Quad Max for virtually everything that requires caulking I do. In this case, I'm using it to sandwich the polycarbonate pieces to the blast gate. It's not only going to adhere everything together, but it's going to also provide a seal for air leaks. Now I'm being very careful to only caulk along the edges, because once I sandwich everything together, I have to have the slide engaged, and I don't want it to bond to the slide. Now it's time to caulk the fitting in place, and I set the fitting in the hole so it's flush with the slide, and just let the gravity itself hold it in place and caulk around the edge. That's going to give the slide a nice snug fit when it slides back and forth. Now I'm going to paint the wood slide handles red to give it a nice cosmetic look, and also highlight the area of the slide, so when I reach down there to pull the slide back and forth for airflow, it'll be contrasted and easily visible. Now I'm going to epoxy the red handles to the slide. Next, I'm putting some trim pieces on the outside perimeter of the blast gate. It's going to help give it a nice clean look and also at the same time hide the pieces sandwiched together. The micro blast gate has now been completed, and I'm going to show you exactly where it's going to go. And if you look closely, you can see a black line I drew on the piece of polycarbonate. That way when I open the slide gate, I know when to stop so it doesn't come all the way out. I went ahead and installed the blast gate between the 4-inch ducting and the black ABS 2 1/4-inch pipe. Now I'm just relocating the bracket that supports the black ABS pipe. If you look closely, you can see some 1/2-inch holes drilled in the top of the ABS pipe. Those are going to have pipes running straight up into a trough, so that when I'm cutting sheet goods on my bench top, it's going to capture the sawdust from my saw. Be sure to subscribe to follow my projects and the ongoing project as well with the Cyclone Workbench.